Okay. The channel is live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adventure on So Many Levels. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Yahoo!
Yay!
I'm Christiana Ellis, and I am the Dungeon Master. Our players tonight, Nobilis as Canthan,
Hi there.
David Archambault as Dianok,
Can we please not have any more whistlers?
No guarantees.
yes, Jason Banks as Exel.
Hopefully, there's no more poison clouds.
Mm.
No
That too.
guarantees.
Lee Burdett as Flounce.
You know, it's not too late in the campaign for TPK.
Oh, ow.
And Paul Weimer as Xenophon.
A trip to the Feywild has led us into jungle and cave and poison gas. Deeper into this enchanted cavern, we have more dangers to pass.
Very nice. Okay, so who remembers what's going on? When
I think I
last we
just
left our
encapsulated,
heroes.
didn't I?
Oh yes, well, you know, there's stuff going on. So
Trying to cleanse the tepui of whatever's going on with it, which apparently part of it is a giant snake skin that was corrupting a pool and emitting a bunch of gas.
yes. So you were back at the Radiant Citadel, and the keening gloom was approaching closer than it has in recorded history, and it looks like it's maybe not going to stop. And there's discussion of maybe needing to actually evacuate the Radiant Citadel, but people had been having auspicious dreams, and Flounce had a dream giving her the name of what turned out to be a sugar plantation here in the land of Atagua, and you saw a strange vision of a shimmering radiant serpent fighting what looked like a giant desiccated centipede, and it was believed that this had perhaps some connection to what's going on. And so you have found here in Atagua that there is some sort of an extraplanar mishap. Disruption is good. Disruption is good. Happening here. You have fought some strange extraplanar creatures known as the Whistlers. You've been investigating these crystal caves, but you also have been told that the guardian spirit of this land, a giant snake named Chimagua, is in trouble, and a woman named Yarana beseeched you to come to this, the Ghost Orchid Tepui, which is technically in the Feywild, and you've been trying to reach this place. There's also a little side plot where you've been told that there's legendarily these white orchid seeds that grow here, and if you can bring back one of the white seed pods, someone will pay you a lot of money.
Yes, apparently. Because apparently they can bring something back to life.
Yep, that's the legend.
That's the legend.
So, as you have been making your way through the caves, guided by Nene, the parrot belonging to Urana, who has been guiding you here, you've made your way through the caves, and now you've emerged into a new area where you see ledges within this cavern overlook a pool of black liquid 20 feet below. At the center of this cave, an island supports an ancient bare tree. Rope bridges connect this island to the ledge at the cavern's entrance and another along the back wall. And so that's what you're seeing as you enter this area. Order of the Golden Prawn, what would you like to do?
Well, Enoch is going to go up to the bridge and try and go across, because that tree is very interesting.
Sure. One thing that I will tell you as you approach the bridge is that it looks ancient and fragile.
Oh God!
One at a time, I think.
Why did I take a fly spell?
Well,
I'll be okay.
All right. So you make your way across. It creaks and sways, but does not break. Although as soon as you arrive at the island, uh, three three elves in what look like white priest robes sort of shimmer into view there on the island, and they say, "Greetings and welcome. You are our salvation. We have been magically bound to this island, prevented from carrying out our protective duties by the creature that lies on that ledge beyond." And they are pointing towards this to the southeast there, across that bridge. "Please, you must help us."
I will cross the bridge behind Dianok.
Mm-hmm.
Enoch is gonna try and take a look at the creature.
Mm-hmm. So what you see looking across the bridge is you see an enormous snake with a semi-humanoid face. It's like a 40-foot long anaconda, but it's coiled up like it's maybe asleep or unconscious. And make a perception score. Check. Perception check.
Ooh, a 21.
Okay, you see that as this snake is breathing, it seems like it is fading in and out of existence with each breath. You also see a woman there that you recognize from that previous vision as Urana. And as she sees you kind of looking across the bridge, she says, "Please, please, come help."
Well,
Okay.
it's odd. It appears to be fading in and out. I'm just gonna go ahead and go across.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hang on, you're moving fast. So there's going to be something that happens as you are starting across.
Oh.
So Dianok will get across. Well, okay. Well, don't everyone. I was moving you. Don't move back, please.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
That's all right. Okay. So, Dianok was going across first. Was anyone going to be like right behind them, or?
As soon as he was across, I was going to get onto the bridge.
Okay. So you're on the bridge. Dianok has just gotten across. Where's everyone else?
I'm kind of hanging back a bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm on this other side. We're flanking the tree.
Okay.
And I will be preparing to go across the bridge.
Okay. So this is what happens here. So hang on. Yeah. So, this is going to be we're going to roll initiative, and it's going to be surprise round.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Starting off with a bang.
Ooh,
All right. Do you all see yourselves on the turn tracker? Yes or no?
Yes.
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we haven't changed maps, so I hoped it would still be there, but you never know because it's weird sometimes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
That's what I
Oh.
have to say about my roll.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm concentrating on getting across the bridge safely and not looking around at all.
All right. Has everyone got their initiative updated?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, the first thing that happens, as far as any of you can see, is that as soon as you reach the other side, Dianok, there we are. Urana's face turns from concerned and beseeching to like angry, and she attacks you with her short sword. She gets a 14 to hit.
That glances off Dianarch's mage armor.
Okay, she attacks the second time and gets an 18.
Uh, shield.
Okay. The next thing that happens in this surprise round is that one of these elven priests cuts the bridge that you're on. Can't
Oh no! Oh crap!
And you fall 20 feet into this dark, murky water.
I can't grab the bridge as I'm falling.
Indiana Jones style.
You know, I'll allow you to make a dexterity saving throw, but it's high.
Okay. 17.
Okay. I was thinking a 20. So how about this? You managed to hold on to the bridge, but you are like, it has dropped. So you're like at the bottom of it, like it's a ladder clinging to the
Right.
southeast
And like
side.
maybe my feet are dangling just barely above the water or something.
Well, so I was actually thinking like you're in the water, but you're holding onto the bridge.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
So yeah, and the water smells bad, but it doesn't immediately.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Yeah, it's murky. You can't see through it. It smells bad, but it doesn't immediately strike you as like magically poisonous in the way that the other water did.
Very easily be something in the water, but.
So at this point, the three elf priests suddenly drop illusory disguises and reveal themselves as hags, night hags.
Oh, curse your sudden and inevitable betrayal.
Yeah. And so they, that is all in a surprise round here. So we're now back at the top of the initiative with Dianok or Dianok or Exel, who is we need to
16 dex.
Same.
Okay, each of you roll a d20.
I
10.
Okay, well, Exel goes first then. So, Exel, you are first. Note that despite the map, the bridge that Canthan was just going across is now broken from this side and is hanging from the other end of the ledge.
Right. That's not good. How far across is that from where I'm standing?
I mean, do you really want to abandon Flounce and Xenophon over there?
No, that's not what I was. I don't want to do that either. But if push comes to shove and I have to jump, I can bunny hop from there. But it's
Wait, what? Let's think about it. Both of you, if going for range is better, both of you can bunny hop. I can Misty step out of there, so we all can get off the island theoretically, right?
Yeah.
If that's what we want to do.
Let's see.
And
Yeah, the night hags are spellcasters though. They're going to be fine at range.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather be close to them.
Let's carve them to pieces.
Yep.
Yeah.
So might as well. YOLO. We're gonna bonus action form of dread, and I'm going to Eldritch Blast these night hags.
Okay. So what
And I will try with the one in front of me first because I know it's gonna provoke.
Okay.
It is a 18.
An 18 hits.
Nice. 8 points of damage. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And I would like to push that one 10 feet away from me.
Okay. She kind of thunks against the tree, the trunk of the tree, and kind of bounces past it with a frustrated gasp. Ah!
Now, for the one this one here, the one closest to Flounce. I'm gonna
Mhm.
shoot that one now.
Okay.
Ooh, 29.
Also will hit.
Push that one away from or past Flounce.
Okay. Well,
For
skids just near
10
the edge
points.
there.
And you know what? We'll just see if we can push her right onto that water and see what happens.
Okay.
I'm melting.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit again.
And 6 points of damage and push her 10 further more.
All
feet.
right. Yeah. So she scoots off the edge of the island there and falls into the water with a splash.
Dunk.
Do I see any motion in that water? Like any shadows?
Well, I mean, you would have to probably make some kind of a perception check to do that, but I think that you
my
already
turn's
used your
done.
action.
But yeah, there you go, guys.
Although your adventuring instincts are keen, I'll say. All right, so that's your turn. Your turn. Are you moving or doing anything else?
Nope, I'm gonna hold the line here, and because if I have to, Canthan, I will Eldritch Blast you out of that water.
What? No. I'm fine. I got a great athletics score. I'll be on.
I can pull you to me. It might hurt a little bit, but
No need.
So, Dianok, you are next. Urana has just tried to stab you with her short sword.
Don't kill her.
Yeah.
She's probably mind controlled.
Yeah, since I figured since the presence of the hags, I'm going to attempt to hold person on her.
Okay, that's a wisdom save, I believe.
Yes. DC 19.
She got a 6.
Okay, she is held.
All right. Okay. Anything else from your turn?
Dianok will say, I don't think this is you, so I don't want to hurt you, and turn to the hags.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. So at this point, Canthan, you are aware of some movement in the water behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh. And
Oh no.
let's see. Moving.
Oh Lord.
Oh.
Yeah. Hang on. I didn't pull up there's a stat block here. There we go. Yeah, so you sense this a tentacled, three-eyed creature that you have encountered once before and did not enjoy it, as I recall.
No. Yeah. That was.
And so the it is swimming up to within 10 feet of you and is making 3 tentacle attacks. 17,
Miss.
16,
Miss.
13.
Miss.
Although I think what I'll say is I will make a point of deciding that your AC is not affected by the fact that you're hanging off of a bridge instead of normally able to defend yourself. But you do still have armor, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still have my armor, and even if I'm not able to dodge as well, I do have my
yeah. No, so
Covered one hand
I'm
while
just saying that
bending it
I
out,
did
yeah.
think about it. That is my ruling. So, so yeah, you didn't take any of those hits. Lucky you. And let's see. What? There's another.
watch. I climb up and get an opportunity attack.
Well, gosh, I'm just trying to think about what the line of sight is for various things.
Yeah.
Okay. Flounce, make a wisdom saving throw.
You know how much I love wisdom saving throws.
Yeah.
And that is a great big
Oh,
honking 3.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
So Flounce, you are kind of looking down at where the one hag has gone into the water,
Uh-huh.
and you see past it another surface, another shape in the water. It is a second aboleth.
Oh,
holy
Jesus!
Hannah.
Oh no.
And as it looks at you, you suddenly find that it has its psychic attack has just penetrated all of your mental defenses, and you are now charmed.
Oh no.
Oh.
Remind me, Exel, what's your? You have a thing that like potentially protects against that, right?
Let's see. I think you're asking about my scaled ornament.
Yeah.
I know it helps against frightened.
Just want to give you all any credit for that you deserve.
Yeah, they have advantage. Any creature that I see within 30 feet of me has advantage in saving throws it makes to avoid being charmed or frightened or to end those effects.
Okay, so you do get to roll one more time, Flounce, because you would have had advantage.
All good.
That's a 15.
Okay, yeah, so 15 is a success. So you find yourself, your will suddenly just trying to like this the psychic domination of this aboleth is battering at your mental defenses, but then you feel a calming, steadying aura from behind you as Exel's magical aura gives you protection.
Yes, the calming and mentally soothing aura from a rabbit that looks like he has skin flossing off his body and weird eldritch tentacles waving off of him.
But glad he's on your side.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the aboleth's turn. Xenophon, you're up.
Okay, first I'm going to turn to Flounce and give her inspiration. Flounce, my sun sword wielding friend, use it to give our foes a bad end. So you get inspiration. And because I am the squishiest person in this party, I am going to cast greater invisibility on myself.
Uh-huh.
Good choice.
Yes.
Unless some of these things have true sight, but you know.
Yeah, but still, it's still better than nothing.
On this
So,
map,
yeah.
the little icons are so big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why that is. It's just something about the way they've got it sized, but that's fine. Okay, so that little icon on you means you're invisible. Okay.
So
Anything
that's-
else?
I'll just move to here just in case someone tries to target the exact spot I'm on. I won't be in the exact same spot.
Okay. Good thinking. I was just checking to see if anyone does have true sight
have
or
something.
whatever.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. So that was Xenophon's turn. Flounce.
Okay, are night hags undead?
No.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna hit him with the sun sword.
All right.
We'll just call that good. Okay, so 23 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
And that is 14 points of damage.
All right.
And second attack is a 25 to hit
Will certainly also hit.
for 9 points of radiant damage. I don't
Nice.
think Big Bunny would be useful in this particular context.
All
And
right.
I'm still full up, and hold on.
Okay.
I'm checking to see if I have something that I want to do with my runes, but I don't think
Okay.
I do. Not yet.
All right.
I'm good.
Okay. It is Urana's turn. She is held, but she is going to try to break that with a repeat wisdom save.
Yes.
Gets an 18 this time.
That is still a failure.
Oh, high level characters in your high DCs. All right.
And well, with the gifted tomes that I, that increase those DCs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so I think at let's see. I have to I'm going to roll a d6 just to determine something that you don't need to worry about.
Right, sure.
Okay, yeah. Um, so I think that Flounce, you had turned your back, so I don't think that you were in a position to see this necessarily anyway. But anyone who would have been would notice that the night hag who was in the water seemed to just fade out.
Oh, great.
And then the other two, um, one of them is going to. This is such a weird spell. Okay. Axel, you need to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Uh-oh. I'm good at wisdoms. 20?
20 is a success as you see one of the hag that you hit with the Eldritch Blast that bounced her off the tree. Her eyes just turn like jet black, and you feel magic sort of heading towards you, but you are able to resist it. Hang on, just the way they've got it formatted is making me. Okay. All right. So yes. So you are able to resist. Nothing else happens on this turn. The. But then the other one is going to have Flounce make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Do I still have advantage on this?
No, this is a different thing happening.
Okay.
Yeah, my thing is only for charmed and frightened.
Mm-hmm.
How about another 15?
A 15. A 15 is a success. So you feel yourself briefly thinking toad-like thoughts,
Oh my lord! in
but
heaven.
but you are able to resist, and so you are not turned into a toad. But that is the night hags for this turn. Not a very successful round for them, but what are you going to do? Nene is flying over towards Urana. Canthan.
Okay, I will take the wild assumption that there's nowhere to stand here on the edge of this water.
No.
It just goes straight down in.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna grit my teeth, activate my fighting spirit. Give myself 10 temporary hit points, and dive into the water to attack the aboleth.
All right.
Wow.
I am using spirit cleaver because I'm underwater. It's a disadvantage. I've given myself advantage, so it's straight rolls.
Mm-hmm.
27 to hit for 10 damage.
That certainly hits.
15 to hit for 10 damage.
15 misses.
Okay. And a 16.
A 16 also misses, I'm afraid.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm going to use my action surge and get 3 more attacks.
Okay. Oh, are you within 5 feet of it?
Yes.
Okay, so I need you to then for that first hit, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 12.
A 12 is a failure. As you hit it with that attack, you feel like you're splattered with some of its like this mucus that's all over it.
Okay.
And you feel like magic, swarming over your throat, and you feel gills form. And
Okay.
you realize all of a sudden, as your head is above the surface, you're going,
Okay.
and you,
Do I have a swim speed now?
no,
Damn it.
no. But
Okay.
you are, for the moment, only able to breathe underwater.
Yeah. Well, that'll just make things a little easier. But anyways, that doesn't sound like the kind of thing that can happen to me twice, so I'm just going to keep attacking.
Sure, sure.
22
22 hits.
for 10 damage.
Okay.
23 for 15 damage.
Okay. I think that was it, wasn't it? So the first three rolls were
yeah.
27, 15, 16, and then 16, 22, and 23. Right?
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but you got those. And so, yes, you do get spattered with more mucus, but it seems like it has already done what it's doing. But yes, for the moment, you can only breathe when your head is under the water that you cannot see through. It is too murky.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
disadvantage is disadvantage. So,
So I think because that was all kind of in one turn, I won't say that you had to have had your head underwater for those attacks. But right now, that's yeah.
Right.
Now that has fully taken effect, you will have to be holding your breath if your head is above water, and if it's below water, you can't see.
okay.
All right, that's Canthan's turn. Axel.
I will now cast Spike Growth underneath the two hags,
Okay.
and that will be my turn.
All right. Spike growth is it's that circle.
Yep, 20-foot radius. Yep.
Perfect. That's actually just a 10-foot radius that you've drawn there.
Oh, so it's bigger. Oh, my
Ooh.
goodness.
Yep.
Let's
I'm gonna
see.
have to jump out of it.
Oh,
Well, I mean, you can center it wherever you want, though.
yeah. We'll make a new circle then.
Or you could just make it bigger. I'll do it if you want.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, but I would like to position it where
Let's see.
they are not but not my compatriots.
Let's see. Is that you've got it? Was weirdly rotated. I
That's
don't know
15.
why. Yeah, hang on. I was adjusting it diagonally, which made it weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, you can say that it's like that.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
And that'll be my turn because I have no bonus actions to use.
Sure. Okay. Growth. I'm just pulling up the.
Spike growth
Okay.
is one of those weird ones.
Yeah, that's why I was just looking it up. I think so. It's difficult terrain, and any time a creature wants to move within it, they take damage. And they don't, and it's not obvious. It looks natural unless you make a perception check. So presumably, until you move and take at least 5 feet worth of damage, you don't know what has happened.
Yes.
All right. Okay, that is Axel's turn. Dianok.
I suppose because it's 20 feet below, I cannot hit both the abelisks with the lightning bolt.
No, the line of sight is
Okay.
wrong. Yeah.
Not
Okay.
unless you jump down in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not going to do that. I am instead going to drop a fireball about, right there. That should get both of us,
Okay.
not Canthan.
All right. Yeah. So let's see. They'll both make dexterity saves.
Yes.
First, the left hand one, and then the right hand one. So wow, a 6 and a 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I imagine the kind of gadunge of something exploding right on the surface of the water.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Dark
I
water.
so I also imagine there is, following the detonation, there's a brief rain of filthy water all over everybody else.
Ah!
But there's no additional problem with that. And certainly I think underwater, you know what? I think it's been, we haven't dealt with it, but I think we've established that like magical fire underwater is not like inherently resisted or anything anyway. But so the point is, go
30
roll the
damage.
damage. 30 damage. Nice.
Yes.
I was going to see if they had some natural resistance to them being all slimy and everything, but apparently not.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But they apparently not. So, all right. Kaboom.
Okay. Yeah, and that's my turn.
Okay. It is now the Aboleth's turn. Let's see. The one. Yeah, the one that you were attacking, Canthan, is going to just continue to attack you. It's a 21 to hit.
Yep, 21 hits.
Okay, that's 9 bludgeoning damage, but I need another Constitution saving throw for a different effect.
Okay, all right. 21.
Okay, that is a success. But how about when it hits you again with a 25 for 8 more damage?
Okay. And another Constitution save?
Yeah,
14.
a 14 is just enough to save, fortunately
Okay,
for you.
all right.
And then the third attack misses with a critical fail. So
Okay.
that's it for that one. Let's see. Is the okay? So I think the one that had tried to go after Flounce is now going to go after Dianok. So wisdom saving throw, Dianok. But you
And
do
this
have
is-
advantage.
I would have advantage naturally.
Yeah, yeah. So you have it twice over, but it only doesn't stack. So.
So that is a dirty 20.
Okay, that's a success, and the Aboleths are cursing in deep speech.
Dianok will just kind of says under their breath, "Don't try that."
All right, so they I think telepathically they said in their head is like, "You're not the boss of us." All right, Xenophon, you're up.
Okay.
You are
So-
invisible.
I'm invisible. But I can still inspire people if they can hear me. So,
Uh-huh.
Axel, my dread warlock companion and ally, take this help invisibly on the sly. So you get inspiration. And then, so this aboleth underwater. Can I see it?
I think it's just sort of just at the surface.
Okay. So,
Well,
All
from where you are, probably not actually, just because
Oh.
of it's down in the water. So,
okay,
but like,
I have a target-rich environment anyway. So this hag instead, I'm
Right.
going to
So-
cast Dissonant Whispers on it.
okay. Which
Second level. This
which-
this hag right, the one next to Flounce.
okay.
So it
Dissonant
needs to make a wisdom
Whispers.
saving throw.
I feel like they have magical resistance. Let me confirm that.
Ooh,
I would
Yes, they
assume-
do. They definitely do, but not when they roll a 4 and a 3.
Nice.
So they take 15 psychic damage and must move as far as the speeds allow away from me. Doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground.
Uh-huh.
So
But the spike growth isn't obviously dangerous.
Well, it's true. So I think that it will so the thing is though that away from you
it'd be probably this way.
is going to have them basically go right out of the
Do they
circle.
know where you are to run away from you?
it doesn't matter. The spell says away from
Yeah.
you. It's
Yeah.
psychic. So they're, they have like a general direction. So in any case, I'm going to say they run to there. They're going to have to take, what is it? Is it 2d4?
2d4.
Yeah. I would, you know what? I'm going to have that be 10 feet because it's, they had to, they couldn't go.
Right. They can't move to obviously dangerous. Yeah.
Okay. No, just so roll 8d4 or rather 44, excuse me. Roll 44, Axel. We getting 44?
11.
There we go. All right. Yeah, so she shrieks and then shrieks a second time as her feet are poked by terrible spikes as she tries to get away from that psychic onslaught. And her hag sister looks over at her and says, "Really? Really, Lola? Come on."
Run, Lola, run.
Yeah.
Boss is going to look at Lola. You gonna let her talk to you like that?
So their names, incidentally, I don't think it'll likely come up at this point, but we've got Lola, Lola la Lugubre, Tia Toxica, and Ophelia la Odiosa.
Which one fell in the water?
Tia Toxica.
You talk.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Lola a showgirl? Her name was Lola.
Oh, okay.
She was...
Probably would not have had a long and successful career the way she looks.
Well, who
Um,
knows? It might have been her before she did this.
Nah, hags really don't like that stuff. They really don't. It's not like they're sad because they're ugly. They think they look good, and what we think is beautiful, they think is ugly. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adam's family cranked up to 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that was Xenophon. Flounce.
All right. Well, Lola is still in convenient whacking range, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
Let's see. And that is a 28 to hit.
Yeah.
For 13 points of damage.
Okay.
That's a 15 to hit, which I don't think hits.
It does not.
You could use
Okay.
inspiration.
It's true.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And that's a D8 now or
D10.
And you
10.
don't lose. You don't lose it if it doesn't work.
Correct.
Well, yeah, it's gonna work though.
Okay, so that was a 9.
Okay, yeah.
So 24 to hit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, but okay. So I'm going to. I'm using infectious inspiration and give that to that I can hear you within 60 feet. I'm gonna give it to Canthan. So Canthan knows
Okay.
inspiration.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so that last hit was 10 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. She's looking a little beat up or chopped up with bloody feet.
Yeah.
Okay. It is Urana's turn again. She's once again going to try to break free of this hold person. But she rolled double natural ones.
Oh no.
Yeah, she's struggling against your paralysis, Deanoch, but failing. Okay, it is now the hag's turn again. Let's see. Flounce, I need you to make a wisdom save again.
Okay, that is a 7. I still have advantage because of Exel.
Hang on. Let me double check what this this is one of those weird spells. This is the eye bite.
They bite. Oh no.
Yeah. Okay. Nope. This is not a charm effect, and so it is not. You don't have advantage of this one.
Okay.
But Ophelia looks over at you and says, "Hey, bunny!" And then when you look at her, you suddenly see her eyes, and she just goes, "Sleep," and you fall unconscious. Not dying, not at 0, but unconscious.
Is that a spell I can counterspell?
It already is cast. She cast
cast the
it
spell.
previously, and she's got it held.
Oh, it's just transferring. Okay.
Well, it's not even transferring. It is a spell that, while she's holding it in concentration, allows her to do a new thing each turn.
Yeah. What would be needed now is dispel magic, not counterspell.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yes, Flounce has just fallen asleep. And Lola is standing there right over flounce. And she looks really tempted because it's like on the one hand, I think she's looking like she's going to attack with advantage, and Ophelia is just saying, "Don't you do it, Lola. We've got others to deal with." So Lola instead is going to cast to step just around this way and cast lightning bolt at Dianok.
Let's see. Yeah, that is. Oh, get to the right page. Um, okay, there it is.
So it's a dexterity save.
Counterspell.
Okay. Are you? Let's see. What's your range?
It has to be 60 feet.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You counterspell it. Okay. You do. Well done.
I don't think so.
Dear roll 20. Let me do my thing, please. No. Oh, I just remembered that's not how that works. She does not appear like that. I think, yeah, okay. You, those of you who can see, watch as over on the other ledge, Tia Toxica sort of phases back into existence on that side.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that is the hags. Nene is fluttering around anxiously, saying, "Your Honor, Your Honor." Can't then.
I'm going to use my last fighting spirit.
Okay.
And keep attacking with Spirit Cleaver.
Okay, so your fighting spirit can give you counteract the.
So I'm attacking straight up.
All right. Yep.
19, does that hit?
Yes.
Okay, 9 slashing damage. 26.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 13.
Okay.
24.
14. Nice.
And as a bonus action, no, I used bonus action to put a fighting spirit. Okay. Yep, that's it.
Okay. Well done. That one's looking pretty chopped up. The water around you that you're breathing is full of blood and slime.
Yeah, well, I'll take a shower later.
Okay, Axel.
Alrighty, so I am going to move right here, and I will Eldritch Blast this hag that's still in my spike growth.
Okay.
First one. 21.
Yep.
I would like to move her back 10 feet.
So I'm ambivalent about this, whether this would cause the spike growth damage or not. What do y'all think?
I mean, she's a hag. She's not a little thing that's going to get launched.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that the wording behind spike growth is like it's an existing effect, so it's an existing impact on terrain rather than, okay, I'm removing you from somebody's grasp.
Yeah.
So I think it actually would have an impact.
I feel like it maybe would too. It's just like sometimes they have those rules about like involuntary movement doesn't count for some things, but it's fine. So go ahead and finish your attacks and roll your damage, Jason. So 21 hits.
And then the next one. 13 does.
13 will miss.
You could use inspiration.
Oh yeah, that's right. And that's a D10 now.
Yep.
That's a D10.
Oh, it makes it a 16.
Still misses though. So two of those do hit.
But you get to
Yeah.
keep it because that
Yeah.
inspiration didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. So first Eldritch Blast is roll it. There we go. 7 points. Second one is 8 points,
Mm-hmm.
and then the
Yeah. And so, and do 6d4 for 3 squares worth of the spikes.
already, and then that's 17 points of
Okay.
additional damage.
And then she's pushed into the water.
But they have some sort of teleportation because that other one I pushed magically showed up across the way.
I think she was invisible and climbed up.
Well,
And-
what I'll also say though is, well, when you saw her phase back in, it didn't look like when something invisible has become visible again. Like it literally, that is what happened, but it does not look like the familiar invisibility effect that you're used to.
Right.
You
And
think
I will
something else
also-
was happening there.
I will also drop my concentration.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. Dianok.
Dianok is going to look at the hag that appeared, and gonna point and say, "Don't you even try it!" and cast Psychic Lance.
Okay. Okay.
So that is a intelligence save.
Okay. She does have resistance. So, she gets rolls with advantage. But that's only a 13.
Okay, so that is 18 damage, psychic damage,
Mm-hmm.
and she is stunned
Mm-hmm.
or incapacitated.
For 1 round, right?
Yeah, until the start of my next turn.
Okay. All right. That makes it. Anything else for your turn?
No, I'm staying right next to Urana.
Okay.
And, yeah.
All right. Canthan, make a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
Okay.
The aboleth is going to try to enslave you, and it doesn't know that you have a
26.
high wisdom score and advantage. So
I actually don't have a high wisdom. Well, yes, I have.
Yes,
a high
you
wisdom
do.
score. I also have proficiency. I do, but I also have proficiencies special for my class.
Yeah. So in any case, it tries to enslave you, and that doesn't work. And so then it's going to try to move away from you. You do get an opportunity attack.
Okay, that'll be a disadvantage, I think,
Yeah.
because my only a 12.
You have inspiration, don't you?
Yeah, might
Well,
as
that's
well.
also a natural
You might as
one.
well. You
Yeah.
might as well.
Yep.
Under what I can do.
Makes it 17.
But it was a natural 1.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, that doesn't mean.
For attack rolls, it does.
Oh, it does.
Oh.
Okay.
For
Alright,
attack rolls,
well,
it
okay.
does. Its ability checks is the one that
Oh,
it
okay.
doesn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For attack rolls, 20 does always hit. 1 always misses, regardless of the number.
Okay.
But you don't have to spend your inspiration, obviously.
He doesn't lose it anyway, so
Yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, so it does manage to just barely evade some. It's like, wait, what even happened there? That was a weird one. And then the other one.
They're tag teaming me. They're tag teaming me, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. I was trying to decide if it wanted to do something else. But it's gonna, come after you with its tentacles. It's a 22 to hit
Yeah.
for 16 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and another Constitution saving throw.
Okay. It's a 7. That's a fail.
Okay.
And does that auto fail also apply to?
No. So you can use your inspiration for that. Yeah, unfortunately,
Cannot
yeah.
help but you-
I
I'm
still
going
did
to-
keep it. Okay.
Hold on. I got still got some resources. I'm going to use Indomitable to
All right.
reroll my saving.
Do it.
Uh, that's a 10.
Unfortunately, a 10 is still also a
I
failure.
still have inspiration because the last one failed.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
Makes a 15.
A 15 does succeed.
All
Okay.
right. Okay.
But I do lose the inspiration.
Yes.
You use the inspiration, but I'm going to give the infectious inspiration to I'm actually going to give it to Flounce.
Okay.
Fell
She
asleep.
snores
I'm
appreciatively.
going to try to work on that.
Okay,
I'm not sure
so
she can hear you when she's
the
maybe
second
I can-
tentacle attack was a 17,
That misses.
which misses, and then one more. Where's it? Oh, there we go. And then a 12, so that misses as
Okay.
well. Also, I guess technically speaking, with your polearm master, when it entered your melee, you should have been able to
I
attack
should
it.
have gotten attack, yes.
Already used reaction.
I already used my reaction.
Yeah. So I suppose it's just as well that, so because you got what you wanted from doing your reaction to do the Indomitable. So
Yeah. Well, not the Indomitable, but the opportunity attack as it went away is where I use my reaction.
oh, okay. Well, is Indomitable a reaction or no?
I think it's just a feature.
You can re-roll a saving throw that you fail.
Okay, yeah. So never mind. It's all fine. We worked it out. We did it perfectly because we're geniuses. All right. That was the Aboleth's turn. Xenophon.
Okay. So that growth is still there, correct?
Oh, yeah. Why did the circle go away?
Because you dropped in concentration.
Oh, I dropped it. No, the spike growth is gone. I dropped my concentration.
Okay,
Spike growth
alright.
is
There was
gone.
nothing in it. Yeah, that circle's for something else I was gonna do.
Oh, sorry. I didn't
okay.
mean. I'm sorry. I deleted it without.
Oh, no,
thinking.
you're fine.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. I know it's time
Okay.
to make it now.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to move to here, and I'm going to try to shake Flaunt's awake.
Okay. You are able to do so. She is still prone, but you are able to wake her up.
She's
Yeah.
awake now. Okay, perfect. I'm low on inspiration, so that's going to be my turn.
All right.
But getting somebody else back into the fight, I think was about
Yes, that's a
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Especially since next it's her turn.
Yeah. So Flounce, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, half my movement to stand up
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not actually going anywhere. Here's the question.
Yeah?
When I fall unconscious, does the sun blade stop working?
I feel like it would. I mean, you could reactivate it, but I think you would have to
Yeah.
reactivate it.
Okay, well, bonus action, reactivate the sun blade.
All right.
Go boom.
Yeah. That's just a safety feature.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you fall on it or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we all saw the Rick and Morty episode with the perfectly vertical lightsaber.
Whoops.
Exactly.
All right, so first attack
Mm-hmm.
is a dirty 20. to
Hits.
hit
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
for 7 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
Second one is
Another
also
20.
dirty
Yeah.
20. Clear for 11 points
Nice.
of radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not moving because I have somebody squishy behind me.
Ha! I'll get out of the way next turn.
Mhm.
Nope,
That's
you're
when you
fine.
need to be awakened.
Thank you.
All right.
I took well.
Okay, so that's your turn, right?
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay.
Simple.
Yeah. So let's see. On Urana's turn, she's once again going to try to break free, but that high DC is pretty hard to beat.
Yeah.
With 5, it's certainly not going to do it. You're gonna. I mean, you're not even really putting it to a test there, Urana. Okay. But it is now the hag's turn. The one that you've been fighting there, Flounce, is going to shift over here and cast lightning bolt on Flounce and Xenophon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It knows where Citadel is.
Yeah.
Well, it just saw something shake Flounce awake.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's legit.
It would not be able to target something that she can see, but she can
But
aim
Okay.
and it's
Okay.
a 5 foot.
dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, don't
Good.
counter
Good.
spell.
Oh, well, okay. So you guys
Yes.
need to say that faster, but
Sorry, I
yes,
was trying to
counterspell
make
will
sure.
work. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And she says, "Boo!" And then she is going to jump backwards, and you can take an opportunity attack, Flounce.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Drop her.
That's a 19
That'll hit.
for 9 points of radiant damage.
You hit her, but that is not enough to drop her as she jumps backward into the water.
Okay.
And she is she goes under the surface and is swimming away a little bit. So technically she's under the water. You can't see her. Okay. And then the other one here is, let's see. I think she's going to yeah, she is going to swim over here. And then use her action to make an athletics check to climb back up. "15, yeah, she climbs back up, but that was her action. Does she have bonus action spells? Gosh, I don't remember. I don't think she's got any. I don't think any of these spells are bonus action spells. Nope. So I guess that's all she can do. On her turn. The one down here is stunned until Dianok's turn, so that she can't do anything. Okay. Nene can't help except to make things more chaotic, can't then?
All right. What I would like to, I want to propose.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take Spirit Cleaver and whack it into the planks of the board so it gets stuck there.
Okay.
Now, is that like take an an attack?
I think it probably would,
Okay. I'm
but not a full
attack.
action, but an attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take an attack.
Make an
Good
athletics check to do it. I think you'll probably succeed, but yeah.
17.
All right. Yep.
Okay.
No worries. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to lose it in the water.
Sure.
I'm going to draw a dagger
Mm-hmm.
and swim up to the aboleth.
Okay.
My first action is going to be to grapple it with my left hand.
Okay.
Because once I've got it grappled, I'll have advantage on attacks with my right. Correct? Or is that?
I think.
Well, let's put it this way. I know where it is.
Yes, that's certainly true.
And it won't be able to swim away from me once I start.
You know what? I'm not
biting
sure
outsides.
that strictly speaking that's how it works, but I will allow it to work for this purpose.
Okay. All right. So first is my grapple attempt.
Okay. And
18.
and so it's going to make an athletics check to try to beat you. And it got a 17. So
Okay. So I grabbed it.
it's
and I'm
very
like,
slimy, but you got it around like
yeah, like the base of a tentacle.
I think you got your fingers in one of its gills.
Oh, right. Yeah, perfect.
Oh.
So, all right, so let's go at it with the dagger. My third attack is a dagger stab.
Okay.
28 to hit,
All right.
6 piercing damage.
Okay. All right.
And let me check my bonus actions. I've got a bunch of them, but I think I've used them all up. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay. Oh, right, because you used one to stick your halberd in, one to
Grab it.
grab
and
it.
one to
Yep.
stab.
All right, but it is grappled though.
Yes.
Okay, that
I'll
makes
swim
it.
it away for you.
Yes, Axel, your turn again.
Alrighty, so So I'm first things first is I'm going to move here.
Oh, also the dagger is one of the weapons that's not a disadvantage underwater.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm going to first Eldritch Blast the um, incapacitated hag.
Okay.
I would like to pull her into the water. If
All right. So you have advantage on that attack
Awesome.
because she's stunned. Actually, is that true? You have it, but I'm gonna look it up just to see if that would normally be true.
It's a nat 20 though.
It's a nat
Oh, there
20.
you go. So it's not an auto crit though because that's yeah. So the attack roll does have advantage, so that's all fine. Yeah. And it is. Oh, it is a crit. So it's a crit anyway. I'm just saying it wouldn't automatically be a crit, but it is a regular crit.
With that being the case, I would also then like to use Grave Touched, which means that I can double my hit die on this attack because I can turn that Eldritch Blast from a 2d10 to a 4d10 because of the crit.
All right, roll.
And also, and because I'm not concentrating on anything, I will mark her as my favorite foe for the moment.
All right.
And hopefully that will kill her because that doubles that hit die as well. So that's 4d10 and 2d6.
Okay.
Plus your charisma bonus, right?
Yeah, that gets, but that doesn't get doubled.
That doesn't get doubled.
Yeah, it doesn't get doubled. No. So it's 2d10. And it's just the cool thing of a feature I can do, but I can only do it once a turn, and the crit helps.
Yeah.
And that's and then makes that. It makes it 2d6. Sorry. Yeah. What about so 4d10, 2d6 plus 5. 32. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah, so
32.
32 points.
All
and
right.
I pull her 10 feet towards me into the water.
All right. It does not kill her, but she does get pulled and fall into the water.
And then I will Eldritch Blast the Aboleth in front of Canthan.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna try to push it into the wall next to him because I know I can't move it anymore.
All right. Well, it's also in the water, so it's gonna have that resistance as well. So yeah, that's gonna miss.
Natural one.
Yeah.
And I'll try it one more time.
Okay.
There we go. 26. 9 points.
All right.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Dinok, it's your turn, which means that she's no longer stunned, but go ahead.
Yep, and gonna move over
Fireball
here.
would be good.
Yeah, actually, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna drop a fireball so it's hits all three of my target and none of the friends.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about fireball in the water. It's fine. It's all good. I just have ambivalent feelings about it, but I'm ruling it that it works fine. So 17 for the first Aboleth, and then an 18 for the second Aboleth, and then for where is that button? And then for our hag, 22.
Hag succeeds. But that's 35 damage normally.
All right.
So be a 17 for the hag.
Yeah. And then one of the Aboleths is burning up and saying, "What? How does that even make sense?" Oh, but it is dead.
Yeah.
Forget Avaleth. It's Citadel Town.
All right. Excellent. So that's Dianok's turn. It is the remaining Aboleth's turn. and it is looking over at the other aboleth now floating
Belly up.
crispy, and it just says, "No, Galzilg."
Did we just kill a wonderful aboleth romance?
Well, they're
Yes.
honestly a terrible couple, but he is mad about it. And he is
This is
gonna,
my wife except me.
yeah, he is gonna basically just try to wail on Canthan with his tentacles.
Bring it.
Yeah. 25 to hit,
Okay.
10 bludgeoning damage, and another Constitution saving throw that you're gonna have to keep making until you fail one. That
for
fails.
12.
Yeah.
And I will use my last Indomitable to re-roll it.
All right. There you go. You succeed. Make another one because you just got hit with 27 to hit for another 8 bludgeoning damage.
14.
14 just saves.
Okay.
Did you get that second damage? So,
Yep.
and then the third tentacle is a crit. And
Oh, no!
except that it rolled super bad on the second set of dice, so it's actually still only 20 bludgeoning damage.
Still.
And then you
Yeah.
saved on the Constitution save again.
Save
So
the Constitution save.
yes,
yeah.
so it hits you all 3 times, but you you've managed to resist this secondary disease so far.
Yeah.
All right.
But I am hurting now.
Yeah.
I am really
And
hurting.
I used my reaction during my turn, so I couldn't do anything with silvery barbs or counterspells. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. That was the aboleth's turn. Xenophon.
Okay, let's try something slightly different. So this hag that just climbed out of the water, I'm going to throw a firebolt at it.
Okay. I just realized too that she should
Oh,
have. Go ahead.
Well, I rolled damage instead of the hit.
Okay.
What's up?
Yeah.
But I got a 29.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
Roll fire damage.
I realized that she should have made a concentration check for her eye bite before. When she got. Because she got shoved out of she got pushed through, and that was a fair amount of damage. I don't remember how much total, because it was the
20,
like
it was like 32.
17, and then the
Spike growth damage was
Yeah.
like 17.
so
and
yeah, 32 is right. So she needs to make a Constitution save of 16 to hold the eye bite from that one, and then. Yeah, so. And then she'll need to make another one in here in a moment. Is it not coming up? There we go. She got a 20, so, and then a second one for the firebolt that you just hit her with. It's going pretty slow for some reason right now. Got a crit there, so she does still have eye bite up.
Okay. I'm going
But-
to scoot over to here.
Okay. All right. That makes it. That was Xenophon's turn.
That was Xenophon's turn.
Flounce.
Cannot go wrong. All right. Boom.
Mhm.
Dirty 20 for 12 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Yay!
Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna roll it raw. So 15 points of
Nice.
radiant damage for the crit. Second wind.
Okay.
Because I haven't used it yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's go back to Womb. And that is a 30 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
for, 14 radiant
Nice.
damage.
She's looking pretty
And-
rough.
Dirty 20 to hit for.
Wait, so how many attacks is this? Did you do an action
two.
surge or something?
I have two. Yeah, I did two, and then I did my
Action
second
surge,
wind.
not second wind.
Second
Action
wind.
surge, that's it.
Second. Okay. Action surge
Yeah.
is done. Is not second wind. So
Yeah,
you
so
did
I'll
action
change it.
surge.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I got max damage is 16
Okay.
for that one, so that's a whole lot of damage.
Hang on. Shoot. Did I? How many? Did Yeah. Okay.
12,
You
15.
killed her. You killed her.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good, especially
That's
because
one.
I bite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From the water, you hear Lola say, "No." I mean, I'm actually not mad that you killed Ophelia per se, because I really hated her, but she's part of our coven, and now we don't have our coven spells.
Player, I knew that
I'm
was
sorry,
I
I'll
knew about
send you flowers.
All right, so that was Flounce. Well done. Urana is going to fail to break free of hold person again. No, she got a crit this time.
Oh boy.
Wait.
Okay.
Hold on. Can I actually use? Can I use silver barbs on that?
I think you can.
Um.
I think you can because if you can see them, I think you can.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use silver barbs on it.
All right, well, then she got the 3.
Denied.
Oh.
And then we'll give the advantage in the next attack roll to Canbad.
I'm not going to attack next round. Do somebody else.
Oh, you're not gonna attack
Okay.
something?
Yeah.
All right, then I'll give it to Axel.
All right. Okay, that was so that was reaction. We just had Flounce's turn. We just had Urana's turn. Now it is Hag's. Okay.
Yes.
Let me double check what their movement speeds are. Okay. She is swimming up this way. And Flounce, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's a 3. Even lucky footwork won't help with that.
Yeah, nobody's counterspelling this one.
Okay.
That is 26 lightning damage to you.
26?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. And then once again, she submerges below the water.
I would love D&D to have a mechanic to where, like, say if something's in water and I cast lightning lure on it,
Mhm.
that it chains that damage to something near it. That would be fun.
That could be bad if your allies are near.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's
Or-
a lot of things that could be bad for allies near. Like, I thought
Or-
about taking darkness, but I don't think any of you can see through magical
Oh,
darkness.
you know what? Undo that damage. She can't cast that because the coven's broken. Sorry, she can't do that.
Oh,
Good.
okay.
Yeah. What she does do though is she zaps. Well, she makes a different attack against you and gets a 23 to hit
That's fine.
for 0 necrotic damage. However, you currently feel sapped of your strength, and all of your weapon attacks that use strength will be half damage
Okay.
while you are affected by this.
Was that 0 necrotic damage rolled?
No, it is a 0 damage spell. It just shows up that way.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. I'll use it this.
Right, sickness, I think.
Stupid little symbols. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's what she does instead. And then Tia Toxica is going to kind of swim over. You know what? No, I think, what is she going to do? She is going to, I think with the coven broken and she's already pretty hurt. I think that you see, like Canthan, you see just past this aboleth that you've got grappled, you see her looking kind of devious and scheming, and then she phases out again.
Okay. well, I got one thing to one thing to worry about here. Like,
All right. So that makes it Nene's turn, who um, has landed on top of Urana's head and is like pecking her on the head. Wake up! Wake up! Dunk, dunk. Canthan, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to reach into my pouch and pull out a potion of supreme healing
Okay.
and drink it.
hmm
That cures 40 points.
Potion of supreme healing is
ND4.
that right?
ND4 plus 20.
Oh.
Wow.
Woo!
Yeah,
Gatorade is Thursday.
You got
yeah,
5 1s in that roll.
yeah. But 2 4s, so
Yeah.
came out all right. And yeah, I'm still holding on.
All right.
Uh, yeah, I'm just hoping that it doesn't do 40 points of damage next round.
Well, we'll see, I guess. So Exel, you're up.
Alrighty. Since she ran away, I've only got one target. It's the icky thing.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see.
Hit it with 3 attractive blasts and haul it up onto the shore.
Could I? Yeah, I could probably pull it up there. Let's try that. Why not? I was gonna try to. Oh, we'll try that. There we go. 22,
Mm-hmm.
13.
13 will miss.
Inspiration.
Inspiration.
Oh, let's see. Oh, didn't I use? Oh no, I didn't.
No.
Well, use that initiative. Yeah.
So plus 9 makes it a
22.
Okay.
And the third one, 29.
All right. Yeah, those will all hit. Are you pulling it out of the water?
I would.
All
I would
right.
like to, if it
Whoop,
up
whoop,
onto
whoop.
the shore in front of me. Yes.
All right.
Oh, dear God.
And since I'm grappling it, I'm hauled up.
Roll the damn. I think it would be more likely to pull it out. Make an
Out of my
athletics check.
Sure.
Oh my God.
Because I think I would be more likely to expect that it's pulled out of your hands than you are
Okay.
pulled up with it.
I made a 28.
But you
You can
managed to
hold
hold on. Yeah.
I told you I could get you out of the water.
Mhm.
So 12 points for the first one. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Next one. And 14 for the second one, and 15 for the max damage for the third one.
Okay. So 26, 30, 41. It's looking extremely rough. However, I'm going to say that as you have it land splat next to you, Exel, make a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm not good at those. 13?
A 13 is a failure. As you get splattered with its mucus, you suddenly find the air feeling extremely thin. You are suffocating.
Luckily, I'm glad I do not have to breathe anymore. It is the one thing about being the patron, having a patron that is undead. I'm like,
So
oh,
yeah, so
the bodily features.
you find that if you needed air, you needed oxygen, you would no longer be able to get it from the air, only from the water. However, yeah, your patron just says, nah.
Oh my God.
Like I'm not touching my neck. Like, oh God, what is?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That was Exel's turn. Dianok.
And go away to the Avaleth and psychic glance again.
Okay.
Intelligence save.
I'll let you know. Well, that's fine. You're doing it.
I went fishing. I went fishing for octopus or weird planar octopus.
Okay. It got a 17, which I know doesn't succeed.
That is 26 damage.
Yeah, you killed it. What I started to hesitate was that I think you're overkilling it. It has hardly any hit points left, but you did it anyway, so you're good.
I wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
And I turn to Nene and say, something has control of her mind, I think. And
Okay.
that's my
So as you, so yeah, you say that. It's fine. All right. That was Deanok's turn. The aboleths are dead. Xenophon.
I don't see any targets, do I?
Nope.
Got
Not from where you
one.
are.
Yeah, one.
You
hag
know
ran
that
away.
2 of the hags have not been finished off.
Yeah, I know. So I'm going to hold an action that if I see a hag, I'm going to cast a firebolt at it.
All right. Okay.
So yeah, I think that's. I think I'm not sure how to cure the 2 of you. I don't know what's required, or if you even have the ability to do so. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Well, we're not out of initiative yet.
No, we're not. No, the hags are still the threat. So yeah.
Yeah. So Xenophon is holding your action. Flounce.
Yep.
Well, I fortunately have attacks that don't rely on strength. So let's see. I am going to send a chromatic orb at this hag.
You are not able to see her, so it would be an attack with disadvantage because she's below the surface.
Okay. Oh, and the effect that I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do acid.
Okay, let's roll. I'm just saying, you guys, come on, let's just try to keep moving
Yeah,
along.
move it moving.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright. So
With disadvantage, that's a 15, and I'm afraid a 15 hit misses. Excuse me.
okay.
wait a minute. You have inspiration for me.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
You have the purple dot on you still.
Yes, because I gave it to you when you were asleep.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So use
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's a D10, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright,
So
yeah.
that is an 8.
That makes it
So
hit.
23?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's do 3d8 acid damage.
Okay. I don't remember what this. Oh, that's the ray of enfeeblement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
12.
She has 1 hit point left.
Oh my God.
Okay. Alright. Well, I've kind of sort of got eyes on her.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mhm.
that's my turn.
All right. Okay. That was Flounce. Urana is continuing to try to break free of this hold person. She fails again. It is the hag's turn. This one underwater is she briefly surfaces, goes back underwater, and
Is that
you're,
long enough for me to
she
do
can't. You don't have line of sight from where you are.
Okay.
She's 20 feet
Yeah.
down in the water.
that? Okay. Fair enough.
2, 3. She. Well. And so she is trying to swim underwater, but she took a breath. All right, and then the other one you don't know where the other one went. Lost sight of them. Canthan,
I see Flounce.
you
still,
also
like,
cannot breathe.
I understand that.
Mhm.
I'll be back in the water shortly.
Mm-hmm.
I see Flounce casting spells into the water, and I run over and I see Flounce's attention has moved off to the right, so I will dash and go into the water over here and dive in, dagger in hand, looking for that that hag.
All right.
I don't know exactly where she is, but she's around here somewhere.
Mm-hmm. All right. That makes it Axel's turn.
I'm going to move over here. Seeing Canthan going for something over there. I will use Toll the Dead.
You cannot see any targets.
Oh, she's submersible.
Yeah.
You can hold an action to cast it if she shows up.
Mm-hmm.
I have another spell that will.
let's keep it moving. So
Yeah, so
how
I
about you?
don't.
Okay, so just hold.
Actually, I'll hold the Eldritch Blast.
Okay. All right, Enoch.
Okay. Does uh does Irana look any different from like?
She is paralyzed. She cannot move. There is no
Okay.
way to tell.
Okay. So
You could drop concentration in the spell.
yeah, Enoch's gonna move over here and then drop concentration on the spell.
Okay. She stumbles and gasps, but you'll have to wait for her turn to know any more than that.
For my action, I'm gonna hold Firebolt for any enemy that appears.
Okay. All right. That was Enoch. Xenophon.
Okay, I'm going to move to here and hold firebolt in case the hag appears.
Okay. Flounce.
I think the general plan of holding Firebolt in case it appears, I'll get this side, y'all get that one. Wherever she shows up. I'm going to move down just one more square so that I have better coverage.
Okay.
Of an area.
Sure. It is Urana's turn, and she kind of stands up and looks around and goes, "This did not go like I planned at all." It is the hag's turn, and she does surface just enough to take a breath. Cue everybody's.
Can Enoch actually see her?
Yeah, just barely. Why not?
Okay.
Not sure why Jason rolled a long bow, but you know what?
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
It was a long bow.
Yeah.
20
All right. Yeah.
That's gonna miss.
Okay. Well, so Exel hits with Eldritch Blast, and Xenophon hits with a Firebolt.
17 to hit.
17 hits with from Dianok.
Oh my
Or
god,
17
this is
damage.
overkill
Yeah.
on the
Oh, okay.
part.
Yeah, no, she had one hit point left. She's yeah.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
I rolled 25 hit points out of 30 on the fireball for nothing.
Well, I mean,
It was really cool.
I didn't make you guys do that. All right. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah. So that is the end of that hag.
One accounted for.
And yep, the other one that seemed to be the only one of the three that could sort of phase in and out like that has not phased back in that any of you can tell. So yeah, that would make it Nene's turn next. Nene is happily nuzzling Urana on her shoulder now. Canthan.
Yeah. It's like, guys, I can't breathe. I'm going to stay down here until we figure something out. And I'm going to just swim around in this gunk because that's the only thing I can do.
All right. So, technically, you guys can be in initiative as long as you want to here, but you don't have any targets still known. Like, you don't... The only one that is theoretically still out there is not showing themselves.
Then I want to go. What is the large thing next to our now reunited with their parrot friend?
I mean, it's the big snake.
Big snake.
Right.
But the other thing I want to just briefly have is Canthan, please roll a d4. All right.
4.
You don't know what that's for. All right. So what's the plan, everyone?
I say we go talk to our the one who asked us to help, and also check on the snake.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it to wake up and be like, Hi guys, I'm a giant snake.
DNR's
I'm
gonna go attempt to examine the snake.
okay.
Okay.
I am going to keep watch for the hag to see if they show up again.
All right.
Yeah, I'll keep with you on watch. Well, actually, I
Okay.
should probably do talking. So
All right.
I gotta. Yeah, I either have to use a
Sorry,
spell
can't
or.
Dan. They're busy.
Well, I gotta figure out like, how to figure out how to cure that.
I'm just laughing because nobody's doing anything about that. Is all.
Well, I can't, so.
Um.
I'm just
All right.
saying. I'm just
DNR could
saying.
say,
Yeah.
it's like,
All right. All right. I'm going to climb down into
I
the
mean,
water.
you do
to
what you all
next
do
to
what
Cantan.
you want. I'm just.
No,
I'm,
no. You're
okay.
absolutely right. I'm gonna climb
Okay.
down in the water next to Cantan. Right.
What level of healing do you have?
I mean, the best thing I have is greater restoration.
I wouldn't be at all surprised well, if Greater Restoration would work
Um,
as a player.
Yeah.
may I?
Suitable.
Could I use? Because I'm a ranger, could I use either knowledge, nature, or survival to see what is usually used to combat effects of the aboleth?
Um. eh, eh, Yeah, it's really going to be more like because they're not normal creatures, right? So
Arcana?
I think Arcana might do it. Maybe History.
I'll give it an Arcana check.
Mm-hmm.
I will give you assist. I will come and give you assistance.
Okay.
I got a
Well, I
dirty
don't think you
20.
need it.
You think that certainly Greater Restoration would do it. Probably if you had something like Cure Disease, that would also do it.
I don't think I have cure disease.
With Lesser Restoration,
Um,
that does cure a disease.
yeah. I believe that it probably would.
I mean, I say
Yeah.
that's a difference between four.
Yeah,
levels
I
of
mean, yeah.
spell.
So you think that it probably would. I mean, that is
Okay,
one of
I'll
the things that Lesser Restoration says is cures a disease.
I'm gonna cast lesser restoration on Cantan.
It works.
Yeah, see, I didn't want to cast greater restoration and have it not work, and I've used this up a 6 level spell. Like,
Also, Axel, I want to just say that, like, you being over there, remember the bridge is out.
Oh, then I would just hop. I would hop.
Okay.
My bunny hop is 25 feet now.
All right, sure. So in any case, those of you who are making their way over there on that ledge, you see that next to this sleeping, sort of phasing in and out 40-foot anaconda that's with Urana and Nene, you see also a 10-foot tall chipped gray crystal rises from this ledge, pulsing with pale light. On the rock shelf behind it, that is, so I guess according to that description, Urana and the snake would be up here, but, it doesn't matter now. Like, I'll say the snake is up there. But, so there's the crystal that is glowing. That's what this other thing on the map is. But Urana is just saying, yes, I'm terribly sorry that all of that happened. Thank you. I'm glad that my message apparently worked and that you all came here. I am terribly embarrassed that I apparently was mind controlled before you arrived. And so I'm really sorry for trying to stab you with my short sword. And although I can't say that I'm like happy necessarily about being paralyzed, I guess it's better than if I had hurt someone. So certainly I'm struggling to say thank you for it, but it's probably for the best, so we can leave it there. How about that?
That was basically my thought on it.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Urana. I think we met briefly. Thank you for coming to the Ghost Orca Tupui. And we got a problem here still. So thanks for helping to destroy all of the Drought Elder's minions. Or rather, I should say all of the minions that were here. Because that's certainly not all of them. But we've got a problem. And she kind of gestures to the snake and says, this is Chimagua, who's usually awake and our guardian protector spirit. Right now it's not working so well because of magic curses, and this crystal is the focus of their power, and it's kind of broken right now because the Drought Elder stole a chip of it, and it's a whole thing. So, yeah, that's yeah. Okay, just sorry, I'm just trying to collect my thoughts here. So, okay, calm. Okay. This crystal is the sleeping stone, and usually it allows Chimagua to gain some degree of peace and rest without having to abandon their duties as the protector spirit. However, it recently sent the spirit Chimagua visions of a far realm terror known as the Drought Elder, who is trying to exert some control over Otagua and I think probably some other places. And it's causing a lot of problems, and it's kind of a really big deal. We'll get back more to that in a moment, but I just want to emphasize Drought Elder, big deal. Recently, other creatures working for the Drought Elder have started slipping from Otagua to the Ghost Orchid Tipui here to attack Chimagua. They broke the sleeping stone, and because they took a piece of it away, Chimagua can't wake up. I think that the Drought Elder has that piece now in the far realm and is using it as a way to draw powers from the nightmares of the people of Otagua. And again, that's a problem. I think that the only way we can wake Chimagua is to get that piece of the sleeping stone back.
From the far realm.
Yeah, where it's currently in the possession of the Drought Elder.
Would the Drought Elder happen to be something like a desiccated centipede?
Yeah. Yes. It's kind of a little bit more complicated than that, but that is kind of what it is. It's one of those things where, like, the physical part of it is kind of only part of it, if you know what I mean. I know that doesn't make any sense, but it's nonetheless true.
Extraplanar extensions and such.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And so it's the sort of thing that you might fight an aspect of it and destroy it, but that doesn't matter because it's got a million of them, and it exists in one dimension in one form and a different dimension in another form. It's a whole thing, but at least it's going to have a place where it's physical, and that's where it's got the chip of the sleeping stone, I think. And so it needed to sideline Chimagua because Chimagua's magic is, it's vulnerable to Chimagua's magic. Such like the power of white ghost orchid seeds can, it's like poison to the Drought Elder. So that's why it needed to try to take out Chimagua. So as much as this feels like a big ask, help, like for the benefit of thousands and thousands of people, and who knows, maybe more.
Kenthan climbs up out of the water, dripping wet, flings his halberd over his shoulder and says, "That's what we're here."
This is what we do.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I am, despite everything that I just shared with you, it is mostly information that has been passed along to me. I am not an expert on these things. I am a companion and guardian to, Chimagua, but obviously I did not stop this from happening. So, like, I'm not, feeling great about that job right now. But here, at the very least, I can offer you these, and she has 2 potions of supreme healing. And she also has a pouch of Feywild herbs that will function as Kotum's ointment, which it contains 1d4 plus 1 doses of a thick mixture. As an action, 1 dose of the ointment can be swallowed or applied, and you get you gain 2d8 plus 2 hit points, cease to be poisoned, and are cured of any disease.
That would have just been useful before.
Well, yeah, she's like, well, okay, look, a lot's been going on.
No,
I mean, you
a
didn't
lot's been
ask me
going
or
on.
anything before you.
No.
Okay, I'm just okay. I'm sorry. I've had a
We just had a
stressful
nasty combat
recent
ourselves.
history. Yes.
Yes.
So
Mind if I carry those potions?
she hands them over to whoever
I was
wants
actually
them.
more asking more
Okay.
the rest of the party.
Sure.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Dianok, I see you moving over towards the crystal, and I think that as you're looking at this crystal, your brain is trying to make a connection here, and it's struggling to do it, but you feel like it's on the tip of your tongue, mentally speaking. I would like you to make a history check and a perception check.
Okay. History is
And an arcana also. So history 25, great. Perception,
Arcana only a 12.
okay.
And perception is 21.
Okay. So your research into the Dawn Incarnates, you know that what they are essentially are spirits of the various lands that have been imbued into these crystalline fragments. And the Dawn Incarnates appear in these shapes that are composed of many of these fragments because it's the spirits working together to present one sort of cohesive impression, right? You have never been entirely clear on like what is the process like to how does one of those get created, right? You learned a little bit about that one of them seems to have been killed by the other ones, right? But it's all been a little unclear. And you looking at this sleeping stone, which is a focus of Chimagua, you know, Chimagua is not the Dawn Incarnate of Atagua. There's a different one. However, it does strike you as perhaps being some kind of a piece of how that all must happen, right? The way that this thing is a focus of Chimagua's power, and that by destroying a piece or removing a piece of the crystal makes Chimagua unable to wake up, right? So you suspect that there's some connection there to how the Dawn Incarnates work. But the connection that you make with that strong history roll is you realize it had never crossed your mind before, but now seeing an example of one in a large forum, you think that thing that Exel had, that he and Thursday got from that guy and that Thursday wanted, and that whole thing, the scaled ornament, you think is a piece of a crystal like this. It does not match this one. You just think it must do something similar. So, like, to reiterate, the scaled ornament is not the missing piece of this crystal, but you think it might be a missing piece of a different one.
What color is the scaled ornament?
It is not. It does not. Well, I think it. Well, so Exel or Jason, tell me what color the scaled ornament is. It can be anything you want. Are you muted? Maybe.
I am muted.
There
Sorry.
you go.
No, it probably is. It's necrotic tint. Probably a dark green, like
Okay.
an emerald color, and when it glows, it's a more bright, kind of maleficent green.
So I think that that's true. However, you have the impression from these crystals that the color is less a physical trait and more a reflection of what energy is being coursed through them.
Okay.
So, in fact, you believe that this gray crystal is probably not gray when it's complete.
Hey.
Wonder.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I think just looking at it, you have that that compulsion, or that connection. I think you don't have necessarily a full understanding of it, but you believe you've connected a few dots there at least. But I think you also looking at this stone feel like I'm going to give you a little. If we were playing a fate game, this would be compel, because given all of
Oh,
this, I
oh,
think
I
that there's a
get.
moment of you feeling like if you touched it, you could know more.
Well,
Oh.
luckily, Theonock has
Oh.
not been the kind to avoid touching things, so
Mm-hmm.
they're going to just one finger
Mm-hmm.
place against it.
Sure. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Uh, 16.
16 is a failure. So
Okay.
you're going to take 46 psychic damage.
Holy smokes.
And as so, all of the rest of you, what you see is that as Deanoch reaches out and just touches it, they suddenly go like rigid and their eyes roll back up in their head and they collapse. But Deanoch, for you, you receive a vision. Within an expanse of broken worlds drifts a gargantuan alien form, one that is far from a centipede, yet closer to that shape than any other. The shape is shattered and crawling with convulsing bipedal parasites. Despite the shape's ruin, the darkness within one of its hollow eyes deepens and fixates. It sees you. And I have a handout to share now. And technically speaking, no one else would see it, but you do. And I'm sharing the handout Drought Elder with you.
Mm. Oh boy.
Wow.
Yeah. And so you do, after seeing that, I think open your eyes to see probably everyone else kind of hurrying over to check on you because you
And,
collapsed.
and I think part of it's like, Theonock touches it and like kind of energy kind of focuses to their finger and it goes through and almost like eating away at the arcane ward before going to their brain.
Mm-hmm.
Because that just ate right through it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I hope you weren't hoping for a surprise. Oh, that's an ugly thing, and it uh, it sees me. I think it knows me, knows of me at least.
Uh, yeah. So, uh, are you okay? I hope so. I did.
Yep.
I didn't know that would happen. I would have warned you. I knew that it was messed up. I wasn't going to
Thank you
touch
very
it, but I
much.
didn't like. But in any case,
Yeah.
okay. So, I think the Drought Elder is. I mean, it's obviously it's a big deal, right? And I think it the has the crystal. I don't know how to fight it, but I think I might be able to help you get there. And I feel like I might have something that will help when you are there. And she hurries over to the orchid tree, and you see that she climbs up, and there is one blooming flower on it. And she reaches up and pulls a white seed pod from it, and it says, "I believe that the power, the magic within this seed pod will give you an advantage against the drought elders' um, power. And as for getting there," and she hands that to whoever is ready to take it.
I'll take it.
Now, as for getting there, um, you all seem like you're pretty powerful in magic. I don't know if any of you have plane shift, but even if you did, um, I don't think it would be easy to get exactly where you need to go. But a relic of Atagua's past holds the key to reaching the Drought Elder. The Hammock of Worlds is an artifact that once allowed people to visit Chimagua here in the Ghost Orchid Tepui using the connection between them. But with the Far Realm's influence affecting the land, the hammock could likely follow those corrupted planar connections as well, creating a path to the Drought Elder. But if it's going to work, we'll need to move quickly. Is everybody...
How quickly?
Well, I mean, it's like soonish. I mean, I don't have a countdown clock. You know what I mean? I would say probably the sooner the better, but I don't have more than that. But to get the Hammock of Worlds, we would need to go back to Atagua. I can't come with you because I have lived. I am from the prime material plane, but I have lived far longer than I would have there because I'm here. If I go back to the prime material plane, I will age and die right away. So, sorry. But what you need to do is find the Dawn Mother, who is one of the most ancient beings in Atagua. She's a giant. She wanders the llanos, the grass fields, and she's said to call forth the sun every morning. And she usually is found around this oasis called the Basket. And she is usually not super receptive to visitors, but she does love the land and would want to help help fight something that's threatening the land. So lean on that.
And she has the hammock?
Yes, she has the hammock. So once she, if you can persuade her to give it to you, you need to take it to the mystics known as the Green Doctors at the Silver Tapir Monastery. And they can help you do the rest. In the meantime, I think she's looking around. I have a lot to clean here. Not just like dusting. Obviously, there's corrupted influence from all of those horrible things here. The water usually doesn't look like that. I know that they poisoned Chimagua's shed skin somehow. I need.
Yeah, we removed that skin from a pool. Yeah.
Were you careful with it? I mean, it seemed like it was super toxic.
It was very super toxic.
We burned it.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, that's probably best. Okay, so any other questions? I may not have answers for you, but I mean, you are doing, me and Chimagua and the people of Atagua and possibly more a great service by helping with this.
Is the door back to Atagua in the same place that we came through?
Yes, that is it's a stable portal.
Okay.
Um, between here and Otagua.
Okay.
Um, I imagine there's probably not another pod available at this time.
Oh, no, sorry. I
Okay.
mean, I think it.
Okay.
I mean, I
Yeah.
I would give you another one if we had another one, but I mean, they don't. Uh, they don't grow
You don't
that often,
replicate.
and they're powerful enough that we don't keep them around long because they're so useful.
Okay. I guess we'll just have to tell that individual that there's more pressing business with this one. If he
The
doesn't
safety of the
accept it,
multiverse.
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. His.
Well,
Um,
it will be his
Anyway.
own safety. So I think that
right,
Okay.
is
but I
how we
think it's
should.
actually better if we just avoid that fellow entirely,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just keep on
Yeah.
going.
people can have been
Okay.
known to be quite self-centered with things like that, and he might try to take it
Yeah.
surreptitiously if he knew we had
Mhm.
it. So
Yeah.
let's just not say
Um,
anything.
Yep.
would it be a problem if it was kept in a bag of holding for a time?
I
I can't.
don't know. I mean, I I wouldn't think so, but I
Okay.
I
Okay.
I've never tried it.
Oh, well, we'll consider that if we have to, if it's needed.
Okay.
Okay. Guess we should probably get going. Uh, uh,
Okay. So I can certainly come with you as far as the portal back to Otagua.
do you
Um,
uh, do you have an easy way down to the bottom?
The
uh,
waterfall.
no, I mean I usually climb.
Okay.
It's I
Okay.
mean I know it's tall, but it's usually a pretty easy climb.
Yeah.
Um,
Just yeah.
Okay.
Figured just in case.
sure.
Good
Yeah.
task.
Right.
But
There
let's go.
is. There was one hag left that we did not kill,
Yes.
so I would be on your guard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
To the point where I would say, don't worry about us. We can make our own way down.
Just be on
Um,
guard for against
be
her.
I would I think you're more valuable here
Uh,
protecting the guardian spirit.
Well,
oh,
thanks. And as mentioned, I would age and die instantly if I came with you anyway. But
Yeah.
yes, I appreciate that. I will. Oh, you mean like not even come with you to the portal, but just
Yeah.
stay? Oh, I
Yeah,
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
just stay
Okay.
here.
Just stay here.
Well,
Just stay here.
understood. I will do that. But here first, Nene, and she calls Nene over to her and kind of whispers something. Said Nene will have deliver my message to the Green Doctors when you meet them too, so that they know that I sent you.
Okay.
um,
Excellent. Parrot companion.
question for the from player.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, did we hear that remaining hag's name? Did
No, I told you in the meta, but you
okay,
didn't in character. No.
okay. Because if if I knew her name and if she's within 120 feet, I could uh attempt to uh maybe finish her off.
Mm.
I don't know her name.
Mm.
Nope.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
So in any case, you're certainly able to make your way back to the entrance of the caverns without too much difficulty. The one bridge being out is a little awkward, but
Yeah.
you, you know, I would imagine uh,
How,
you don't have too much trouble there.
how
No,
did
no,
how
you get
did
the flying carpet.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
yeah how did um the lady get over to get the seed pod?
Uh, magic.
Athletics check.
Okay.
Elfin magic.
Yep.
Okay. That works.
Yep.
Okay.
Actually, a monk. And could walk on water.
Mhm. But so in any case, you are able to make your way back out to the entrance to the caves without too much difficulty. Which puts you back out here, if you recall. Um, and the lip below the crashed airship.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you choose to descend the waterfall? Noting that the green mist that was poisonous seems to have dissipated, and that the water doesn't look like it's not perfectly clean, but it looks like it's probably returning to normal.
Not fatal.
Yeah.
Not just I think a careful climb
Flying
down.
carpet.
Yeah.
Or we could fly. We could just do flying carpet in shifts.
Yeah. Yep. Easily done.
Yeah. DNR's gonna um go for the flying carpet.
Yeah. Makes sense. So yeah, you are all doing that, and then you emerge from the portal back to you find yourself once again emerging from the interior of the crack of that giant anthill, a giant termite mound rather,
Mm-hmm.
and hang on, you were I thought I didn't apparently didn't actually reveal that location where that was, but yeah. So you are back in the prime material plane. Um, and I think it's dark.
How about we
Camp for the
camp
night.
out for the night?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have
Absolutely.
enough for tiny hut, or do you have tiny hut?
Oh yes. Yes.
Tiny,
I think
that's a
tiny hutting
ritual
us
spell
up.
for you. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
I
I
think
will.
it's definitely worth it.
I will cast it as a ritual, and then just kind of fall. Okay.
Oh, as long as Strahd doesn't show up outside, we're fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't
Yeah,
even in
there's
that
too much.
campaign on crossing the streams.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's
Well,
too
I
sunny
could-
out here.
I can't imagine that that there's a like kind of a it's kind of a story that's told among different places, even by people who've uh, never don't really know the story or don't the full thing.
Okay.
That one time the bad
Careful
guy
about camping outside. God might show up.
Thank goodness this isn't Barovia. It's all the blue-skinned people. The artwork for this adventure is absolutely fantastic, and I really appreciate all of the artistry and the talent that went into all of this. It is absolutely fantastic, and the sheer creepiness of the thing with the it was just like the husk.
Mm-hmm.
That was like 6 levels of creepy right there.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
awesome.
You get to go there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Woohoo!
This is gonna be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, as you make camp for the night, are you setting watches?
Yeah, I think we ought to.
Yeah.
I think we need to.
Okay.
DNR will take the last half of it because they only need 4 hours to trance.
Okay. All right.
I
Who's
guess I'll
taking
take the
first watch? Okay.
I'll take the first watch.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check.
19.
All right. Yep. It is a warm night. There's a little bit of a breeze that makes the tall grasses that kind of surround this area where the termite mounds are, kind of wave and rustle a little bit. You hear it. And you realize that the tall grasses, the nature of them are such that it would probably be difficult to spot something that was moving carefully through them before it was too close, but you don't nothing seems to to threaten.
Oh, good. I go nudge the next person with my foot and head to my
Hmm.
bedroll.
I can take the next one.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Natural 20.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. You are. First of all, I think I'll ask you if you. So you have not suffered any sort of a problem from the disease that you got from the aboleth. Roll a d4 for me. But because you didn't have a problem, no one did anything about it. Fortunately for you, it wore off after about 2 hours. But you didn't, you were able to just do it what you needed to do. You didn't have to stay underwater. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, with you are watching carefully, and I think you're just, you are aware of the sort of the sweet smell of the grasses and the just everything seems to be calm.
Okay. Then
Alright.
I will go wake up the next person after
Okay.
my shift.
And I think 3 shifts usually will do it. So
Well, I mean, with DNI taking 4 hours, then yeah.
yeah, it's so yeah, it's fine. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh,
3 shifts usually does it anyway. But yeah.
yeah. Only a 10.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that you're feeling a little bit, like Canthan, you're kind of having a little bit of a sense that like it would be hard to know if something was coming. It would be hard to know before it was too close, but nothing does seem to come, and you are all able to get a long rest.
Oh, good.
Yay!
Yay.
All those checkboxes unchecked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By the way, that's the first time I've been able to check every single checkbox on my character sheet.
Nice.
That was, man. I was.
Yeah.
That was rough.
I didn't have many spells left.
Yeah, you guys definitely did a lot of stuff without resting in between.
Yeah, we paid the price almost.
Yeah. All right. So here's a little bit of a trick is that, you know what? I take it, some of these things aren't revealed here by default, but I think that we established that you had a map already. So I'll just go ahead and reveal that there are, the locations of stuff. So some of the locations that you heard, you have locations for on the map. So including the basket, which is the region where you would normally expect to find the Dawn Mother, and the Silver Tapir Monastery, which is where you were told to find the Green Doctors once you have the hammock.
Devil's Hammock is another location.
That is a different thing. You don't know what that is.
Okay.
But yes, it is also on there, but it is not, so you might be curious about that under the circumstances, but it is not the place you were told to go.
Personally, I feel like swinging by the distillery and see if we can get any.
If this was less urgent, I would agree, but
I was being silly.
Hey, we can do it on the way back. We can do it on the way back.
After we save the world.
Nothing says
that
we
sounds
can't
like
come
a
back
good-
for a visit.
Huh?
We
Nothing
can come
says
back
we-
for a visit.
Yeah. Okay, so shall we head off to the
Yeah, to the trail
Yeah.
down and down the boardwalks toward the basket and see if we can find a giant.
Mm-hmm. So, I think as you are making your way, the journey is going to be a full day and a quarter at a normal pace. But assuming that you're just going to go ahead and do that, we'll say that on the first day's worth, you'll get to, somewhere like that. And you could keep pushing forward if you wanted, but it's, we get into forced march rules, right?
Yeah, saying that's it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the value proposition.
I'm going to go ahead and we don't need to. You've got one of those little camps on the grass roads, and we can imagine that you're doing watches, but I'm not going to make you roll for any threats.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Kind of.
yeah, in the cache of things that are left for travelers, I'm going to drop another vial of sauce.
Okay, great.
You're
Here,
gonna
let
have to
me.
make more at this weight. Right.
I intend to.
Roll a d10.
Okay. A 3.
Yeah, there was nothing left at that one.
Okay.
All right.
Now there is.
Yep, now there is. Okay. So, assuming you go ahead and get another long rest and you are continuing on your way.
Eat some of my rations.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I need to mark off 2 because we also had a long rest at the fort.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, you make your way a little bit further along towards the basket. But as you are on your way, you encounter another iridescent-hued thrycreen hurrying along the grass roads in the opposite direction. But they see you and they hail you. Help! 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 My people need help. Please, will you help me?
What sort of help do you need?
My name is Chitchak, and I'm the leader of a nomadic band of thrycreen traders who deal in Panela. My people are camped at the basket when a terrible storm appeared out of nowhere. And then the Dawn Mother, a terrifying root-covered giant, appeared and attacked my people without provocation.
Lovely. Well, we needed to talk to her anyways.
Yeah, we need to talk to her anyway. So.
Well, I mean, she's not usually like this. I've never seen her like this, but she's just attacking. Please, I can pay you, but we only have a load of the Panela worth 200 gold. I'll give it to you, but please.
There's no need.
Lead on.
We'll go.
Well, yeah.
Okay, thank
Lead the way.
you. And so yeah, she is guiding you, not directly towards what you know of as the basket, but on one of the nearest kind of ramps down into the grass. Guides you back down, and it's a little ways. Like she had run some distance away from where this was happening, but she's trying to find help, right? So, but as you you follow, you start seeing lightning scorches in the tall grasses, and you're following a trail of those, and then eventually you discover numerous thrycreen dash through the tall grass, attempting to avoid the steps of a massive figure. A gigantic ancient woman dressed in thick tree roots and vines stomps after the mantis folk. Amid her roaring, she occasionally plucks a sizable seed pod from her garb and chucks it after her quarry.
Good Lord.
Okay, does anyone know a language she would know?
I speak giant. I can
Then I
go
think
big
you're our
buddy and
voice.
say, "Hey, wait a minute."
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go big bunny.
okay, all right. So you embiggen,
Yeah.
and then what?
I'm gonna take 2 steps forward to put myself in between the menace folk and the mother, and I'm gonna say, "You're attacking innocents. Please calm down."
Make a persuasion check. Are you saying that in giant?
Yes.
I'll give you advantage.
Oh, thank you, because I have 0.
Yeah.
Persuasion.
Well, I mean, because she does speak common. However, speaking in giant is more likely to get through to her. So, well, let's see if you how well you
Natural
do that.
20.
Yay! Yay!
Okay, so this is interesting though, because we were just talking earlier this session about how with attack rolls, a natural 20 always hits and a natural
Dude,
1 always misses.
I am just happy I rolled in double digits.
She rolled the
don't
best
care.
she can. Whether that's a
That is
success
the
or not
literal.
is.
That is the literal best I could have rolled.
Yes,
Whether or not
and
it
But it
actually
may not be
succeeds.
enough.
And
Yeah.
so you can take a degree of personal satisfaction from knowing how well you did. And that's going to have to be enough because she ignores you and keeps stomping after the Thrycreen.
Okay, then.
So
If
I'm just gonna try to keep in front of her, but
Okay.
that's okay. I did the best I could.
Uh,
I'm
is she within
satisfied.
30 feet?
I mean, you would have to chase after her to get her within 30 feet. She's not automatically within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Theonak is going to move to within 30 feet.
Basically, she is chasing all of these Thrycreen around. Like, they're trying to get away, but she's chasing after them, and they're, like, trying to scatter, and she's basically trying to get them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
And they're just
chasing
trying to
after-
stay away.
I'm gonna go running, chasing after her as well. Try to get within
Okay.
60 feet.
I tell them, okay, but then what?
So, I mean,
And then,
ask
okay, you go first.
Charm Monster. If I went.
Oh, okay, that one I wasn't thinking that, but go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, so I guess that's a wisdom save?
Yes.
She got an 18.
1 under my DC. Good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That does not automatically make her, like,
Calm down
or anything. It gives you advantage on persuasion checks, etc. But, like, so she kind of looks at you, and as she kind of shakes her head at that, she says, "Stay back!" And she's going after the bugs.
Right? Dawn Mother is her. Dawn Mother, we have urgent need for your assistance.
Okay, make another persuasion check, but at advantage.
Yeah. Oh. Might want to do persuasion.
How many Thrycreen can hide behind me?
Not enough.
Yeah, that's true.
She's also tall. She can, like, see over you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
That's 18.
unfortunately, no.
All right.
But what she just says is, "No, you don't know. Stay back. I will handle."
All right. I'm going to use universal speech. As an action, choose 5 creatures within 60 feet. The chosen creatures can magically understand you, regardless of the language you speak, for 1 hour.
Okay.
So hopefully this makes me sound a little more like Johnny said. I will ask her, Dawn Mother, please stop. We need to speak with you on an urgent matter.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check. I think. Yeah. Okay.
That is a natural
well,
20. So
all
it's a
right.
36.
Yeah. I was debating on whether or not to give you advantage, but then you just managed to get a natural 20 on your first roll, so I think you're good. So finally, so tell me what it is about this that finally sort of breaks through. Like, what is it that justify your natural 20 here? What is, like, what? So it's not just the natural 20, it's a 36, right?
It's a 36.
Justified 36. What about this is a 36 worth?
I extemporaneously composed epic poetry about her calling the sun, as we had been told as we've been told in the morning, and how we need her power and the power of the sun, that she has to sing the sun every morning to fight something that will darken the entire world. So I'm appealing to her nature and the legend that she breaks the sun awake every morning, and basically turning that into, we need you to help save the world. So I'm playing to her vanity, her mythic power, legend, and
Her duty.
her duty. Yes, thank you.
Sorry, I'm distracted by my dog. Okay, yeah. So I think finally she looks at you, kind of stunned, and then is just sort of blinks. And it's just, she kind of looks down around and She like sits down and holds her head, and she's just kind of has her face in her hands for a second, and she just says, "I'm I'm sorry, friends." And she looks to the Thrycreen and says, "I'm sorry. I've been having such terrible dreams, and in my fright and my rage, I mistook you for servants of a terrible being. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And she puts her face in her hands again.
I walk up to her leg and comfortingly put my hand on. I think I only think up to her ankle.
So, like, as she's sitting cross-legged.
Oh, now she's sitting.
And
okay.
so I think you can put your hand up like this to be like maybe up close to her knee.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Like as she's sitting cross-legged, right?
Yeah.
You know, so.
And Dianok will join in and say, "I think I've had a vision of the being you mentioned.
It is.
It is horrible.
It is dry and crumbling and malicious and somewhat like an insect, which is, I believe, why my delusions told me that these poor Thrycreen were. I am so sorry." She turns to them, and I think the Thrycreen are kind of like they're not sure that that just makes it okay, but they're just going to get out of here.
Yeah, that's perfectly legit. Let them go.
Yeah. But Chitchak, the one who sort of flagged you down, manages. What is? I'm just suddenly making sure I know what Panilla is.
Yeah, what is Penella?
It is unrefined whole cane sugar.
Huh.
I don't think we need pounds of unrefined whole.
You need 200 gold with, and she's like, it's like, but that's okay. Well, I mean,
do this for us. One day, and this day may never come, you will find someone who needs your help. Give them that help without expecting repayment.
I will. Thank you.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. But the Dawn Mother is looking and saying, "You also saw this horrible thing."
Yes, we have just recently visited Chimagua and drove the servants of this thing from its lair, and we seek to restore it to its ability to serve its purpose.
My dreams had told me that Chimagua had already been felled by the servants of this creature. I was in despair.
He is simply asleep.
How can he be wakened?
There is an item, a piece of a sleeping stone that was taken by this being. We must go to its location and retrieve it.
You will need the hammock of worlds for this.
Yes.
This is a noble mission and a noble use of its power indeed. Come with me. And so she guides you to a place where it's clear she doesn't have like a home, so to speak. Like she doesn't have like a big house or something she lives in, but she does take you to a place where there is evidence that she perhaps sleeps there periodically, has some stuff there, and she eventually, as you arrive there, she reaches into like it is an enormous like tree in the sense of like let's say it would be like maybe 10-foot diameter trunk, but it's like dead. It's sort of a hollow stump that is nonetheless like 25 feet tall where it's sort of broken off, and she has gotten stuff hidden down in there just like a little cache, and she hands to you a sort of large folded piece of fabric that is woven with traditional Otaguan designs, and it is very obviously magical as she hands it to you. And she says, "The green doctors will know how to use it."
In the Silver Tapir Monastery,
Yes, that place.
we will we will go there and seek their wisdom.
Yes, only the green doctors know how to perform its ritual, but I am its keeper for safety. It usually would take visitors to the Ghost Orchid Tepui, but if you believe it is needed for saving Chimagua, then I wish you good fortune and bravery in your endeavors.
Thank you.
So, I think from, let's see, let me give. So I think that it will have been. Yeah, you can basically just make it to the Silver Tapir Monastery in the remains of what you've got today, because it would be basically another 5 hours.
Okay.
All right, so I assume you're heading on to do that. You currently have the Hammock of Worlds. If someone wants to add that as a magic item or something, there is here. Let me share that with you all. There's the Hammock of Worlds. Looks like a hammock,
Carpet.
but it does have little magic things that you realize when it's active. Like it doesn't have to be hung on something else. It'll float.
Well, that's helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get a little like mosquito netting to put up at the top of it, and you can be really comfy. Take a nice little nap.
You don't want to see the mosquitoes they have in the farm realm.
Well, unfortunately, I think we're going
to
get
do
that
that.
information.
So,
oh no, this is probably where the whistlers are from.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
think we're gonna see lots of old friends.
Mm-hmm. So I think as you it is getting close to the end of the day, but you've made your journey to the Silver Tapir Monastery. So as you approach, a large oxidized silver statue of a tapir stands before a broad stone structure covered in carvings of stylized local animals: tapirs, capybaras.
Capybaras! Yay!
Yes, hawks and more. Dozens of people stand outside the building, many wearing distinctive green sashes. And then, as you are approaching, an elder wearing kind of a special, like there's a special insignia on the sash, and this is an elf. Steps forward and says, and you realize that so Nene flew ahead a little bit as you were getting close, and you see that Nene is now perched on this elf's shoulder.
Oh, good. That'll make things simpler.
Yeah, and yes, they greet you. It says, "Hello, I am Malicio. We have been expecting you, and I understand that you have brought the Hammock of Worlds and seek to use it to travel to the far realm." I don't know if I said gender. This is actually a she. I think I may have said he, but this is Malicio is she. I believe that this can be done, even though it has not been tried before, so there may be risks unknown to me. The hammock is traditionally employed only at dusk during a ritual dance. One that we are prepared. It is too soon to do tonight. We need many to help with the ritual, but we are prepared to host one this coming dusk tomorrow. Leaders from across Ottawa must come to join to represent their people during this rare and important ritual. And
Yay, long rest before we go.
yes, uh, and so while you are awaiting, you are free to rest here, and we have some supplies that we could offer if you need, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I will do my best to answer.
I know. Dianark would. Dianark would. Uh, as we're waiting, be like, uh, what do you know about the Drow Elder?
Not much, I'm afraid. Only what we've seen in some dreams and visions. Certainly a malevolent entity of great but extent unknown power. It is a frightful thing.
What
I
about its minions? Do you know anything about their weaknesses that we could exploit? Since we're probably going to be having to cut a swath through many of them to get to the Drow Elder.
The only thing that I know is that it seemed to specifically target Chimagua in its interventions here, and the only thing I can think that would have caused such a targeting of Chimagua is that Chimagua must have something that can hurt or interfere with its plans.
Okay.
I don't think we need to know what that is to know that that's something we want to see happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Fact that we've probably already got whatever that was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Well, I do hope that it is as effective as it can be.
Yeah, that we also hope that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, would at some point during the travel, Dianok would have at least attempted to cast Identify on the pod
Okay.
just to see if there's any more information I could be gleaning.
Yes. Well, it's certainly magical, and you believe that if it were to be ground up into powder and then sprinkled on the body of someone who has died, you believe that it would have the effect of a resurrection spell.
Okay.
If it does other things, you don't know. You know
Oh,
that it would do that at least.
That's
okay.
still very powerful.
Yes. But guess we'll have to figure out how to use it when we get to our destination.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
All right. So, you are all able to find a place to rest. You discover that the Silver Tapir Monastery, although it is certainly a monastery in that regard, they do study a lot of things, legends and history and all that, but also medicine, and people can come there to learn medicine. And so you are, they definitely have places for you to stay. And then so over the course of the next day, people start arriving from all over, and they tend to be important people here and there. And then you also discover that the sugar plantation owner who contacted you has come as well. And I think once he arrives, he seeks you all out, and he just says, I have heard of the incredible undertaking that you have all agreed to carry out in order to help our people, and I can only express gratitude, but also I am curious if you are able to obtain one of these white seed pods.
That is something that would require us to finish our current endeavor to see if we can help you with.
I'm not sure I understand. Do you have one or not? I mean, you want to make a deception check if you're trying to indicate that you don't, because I feel like you're.
Yeah.
Somebody with a better deception check than me should see it. Say it.
Well, I feel
Yeah.
like it was already Dianok who kind of
Yeah,
volunteered
yeah.
here.
Dinok's kind of on the hook here.
It has more uses beyond the one you are seeking. Uses that may help preserve your life before it's threatened directly.
I
Allow me,
feel like I still don't understand
allow me,
that.
Dinok. Well, let's be clear and plain. Yes, we have a seed pod. However, we need it in order to face the Drought Elder. I'm sorry.
No, I understand.
I understand your pain. I understand that you would want it, but we have been told that since this is the thing of the spirit serpent, that it will help us in our fight against the Drought Elder, and that is where we must deploy it.
If it, I believe that if it still retains its power once we are finished,
He kind of looks to you and says, I understand that such powerful magic might be needed elsewhere, but please don't give me hope if you don't think that that's a likely outcome.
I unfortunately do not think it's likely. We're going to need everything we have in order to face this terrible foe that threatens this world and others.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't ask you to
may we
deny yourself to. What?
May we have a name to dedicate our coming victory to.
He his eyes kind of well with tears and says, he says, Jackson. I called him Little Toucan.
Sounds like a kind spirit that will be proud.
Forgive me. I'm sure you have many preparations you must make, and I as well. So I will excuse you for the moment. And then he kind of hurries away. All right. So, do any of you have other preparations that you would want to make over the course of the day or anything?
I'm just gonna take a look at the spells I have to see if I'm switching out.
I have to say, Axel, that cheese grater attack that you put together was pretty snazzy.
Yeah, I've got a couple ways to do that. With either spike growth or Hunger of Hadar. The cool thing about Hunger of Hadar is it makes him blind too. So.
Yeah.
And I can see into it quite happily. I was going to try to do that in the water when I pulled the hag in, but she disappeared. Mm-hmm. Although also I think we might be going to where they hang out.
Where the Hunger of Hadar comes from?
No. Where the hag comes from, because she disappeared. Like, she's still out there.
Hags actually would be more likely to come from the Feywild.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Certainly they were working for the Drought Elder, but I think they were local hires.
Local muscle.
Mm-hmm.
But the Aboleths, however, are a different matter entirely.
Yeah.
Aboleths and
Whistlers
and stuff we haven't met yet that we're going to just love.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So, as the day progresses and dusk approaches, two wizened trees stand before the Silver Tapir Monastery, their ancient boughs lit by dusk light. Between them stretches the hammock of worlds, its patterned fabric loose and empty. Soon, the green doctors and other visitors who have come to participate in the ritual begin a rhythmic drumming. All around the monastery, the dance begins with the sound of drums, flutes, harps, and chants rising. Mystics, people from nearby villages, Thrycreen travelers, and even enthusiastic capybaras. It's in there. I'm not making that up. That's in the text. Yeah. Yes. I bet there's a turtle and there's a fox in there and some birds. And even, yes, and all of them shuffle and gyrate in time to the music. As they do, the hammock sags and an otherworldly glow emanates from within it. And at the height of the ritual, Malicio uses the hammock to open a portal to the far realm. And when each of you are ready, you can pass through it by laying into the hammock, at which point I assume that each of you are going to do that.
Oh, yes.
I go first.
Yes,
I will ready my longbow and follow behind Kantha.
And so basically, as each of you would go to like lay into the hammock, like from outside, it's as though the person falls through the hammock, but of course, nothing is seen below it. And all of you pass through this portal to a place that we'll have to see next time when we return for more adventure on so many levels.
So many levels.
So, I believe that next week we are down a player, so we will be playing something else. But in the meantime, though, thanks everybody for listening and or watching, and we will be back with more adventure on so many levels.
So many levels.
Levels.